Welcome back, students. Today we are going to discuss part 1 of Unit 2, that is Unit of Life. So let's begin with the topic. But yes, before I start the main topic, I would like to inform that the images used in our slides are for education purpose only. We respect intellectual property right of the original creator and owner of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this PPT or have any concern, any issue, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. And in this particular video lecture, we are going to discuss about small biomolecules like water, minerals, monosaccharide, oligosaccharides, okay, lipids, amino acids, nucleotides, their chemistry, their cellular location, the kind of function, and macromolecules present in their in the cell, like polysaccharides, like lipids and other things, and their cellular location, their functions, protein, nucleic acid. So these are the main content of our this video lecture. Okay, so first of all we have to understand the term biomolecules. Bio and molecules means all those molecules which are essential for life or which acts as a basis of life, which form the basis of lives, are known as biomolecules, as they are the building mainly responsible to build up the living system and responsible for the growth and maintenance of a, a living system or living cell, initially living cell, right? So biomolecules are the organic compounds. These are the organic compounds. Just remember this thing. Make it a point. These are not inorganic one, right? These are the organic compounds which form the basis of life, and these biomolecules build up the living system and responsible for their growth and maintenance. Okay, living system also composed of some non-living atom and molecules like water, like carbon dioxide, right? Those are not living, but even though they are essential for different kind of metabolic activity, water is involved, right? So if you compare all the elements present on the earth, all the elements present on the earth with a living tissue, after very close examination, you will be surprised that the percentage of carbon hydrogen is quite high in a living system than earth crust. That's why it is written over here. A close examination reveals that the relative abundance of carbon and hydrogen with respect to other elements is higher in any living organism than earth crust. This is your NCERT line. Okay, so what is the basic molecules? These are the biomolecules. After the combination of different type of biomolecules, an organelle may form, and after organelle, basic functional unit, basic structural unit means cells there, and then after the combination of different kind of cells, and same kind, if they perform same kind of function, we can use the term tissue for them, right? And collectively different kind of tissue perform a specific function, that they come under a organ category. Different organ when associate for a single type of function, like there are so many organs are present in our respiratory system, there are so many organs involved in our digestive system, they comes under organ system category, right? And then a whole living organism or whole living system has been built up with this. So this is the smallest unit. These biomolecules are mainly involved to build up a living system. This is how you can see how these are the basis. Okay, because after the combination of different biomolecules, only different type of organelle has been formed. Clear? Now, living system are made up of various complex biomolecules, and those are carbohydrate, protein, nucleic acid, and lipid. And these are known as macromolecules. Macromolecules, right? Carbohydrate, protein, nucleic acid, and lipid. These biomolecules actually interact with each other to accelerate various life processes. Any type of metabolic activity, all these kind of molecules must be associated with each other. There are some simple molecules like water, like carbon dioxide, some kind of mineral salt, vitamins also play an important role. And function of in an organism, like is any kind of reaction, metabolic reaction. There is a role of some vitamins to accelerate that particular reaction, act as a cofactor in with enzymes, right? So they are also very important to perform any kind of reaction which are going on or proceed in a particular living system. The basis and essential molecules of life are, but the basis and essential molecules of life are biomolecules. They form building blocks and molecular basis of life. So what kind of molecule act as a building block? Biomolecule. Sometime question are about this particular line. Okay, they are very simple and very complex in nature. Simple molecules, if we classify them as a simple and complex, then under this simple category, carbon dioxide is there, water is there, and in complex molecule category, we can put DNA, RNA, protein. If we will classify the molecule on the basis of organic or inorganic, means presence of carbon, then we can further this is another criteria, we can classify it as a organic compound and inorganic one. Okay, so in organic one, carbohydrate, protein, fat, nucleic acid are there, while in inorganic, water, mineral and salt are there, right? So water is the mother liquor for all type of life forms, right? So it is a mother liquor of all forms of life. It is very much essential for every form of life. In human adult, the total body water is about 70% of the lean body mass. On this particular line, question sometimes comes in various competitive examination. Okay, in plant also 70 to 90% of living matter of active cells, right? Now let's discuss some function performed by the water. As you know, water is a universal solvent. It used as a raw material in photosynthesis in plants, right? It also help in transpiration due to turgor pressure. It also maintain turgidity of the cell and their organelles. It is used to transfer food material with blood and maintain our body temperature if human is there. Our means human 37. So water is mainly involved in and these all functions are comes under essential functions category, right? So water is a universal solvent and it acts as a raw material in various different kind of essential metabolic pathways, and in the case of plants, photosynthesis, it also help in transpiration, maintain turgidity and transfer food material with blood and maintain human body temperature. Now minerals are the inorganic substance that are essential for the growth and development of living organisms, right? Those minerals which are essential for growth, we can use the term essential element for them. Those elements which are essential for our growth and survival of the organism. Some minerals are required in high amount, then we can use the term macronutrient for them, like calcium, nitrogen, phosphorus, chlorine, manganese, sulfur, while some other require in a very minimum quantity, although they are also very much essential, but they require only in very little amount, like iron, copper, cobalt, zinc, manganese, iodine, molybdenum. Okay, so we can further divide minerals into two different categories. One which is essential, and out in essential we can further divide, some require in high amount, some require in minimum amount. So macronutrient and micronutrient category. Now biomolecules, first type of biomolecule, carbohydrate, right? So carbohydrate that cannot be hydrolyzed further to give simpler unit of polyhydroxyaldehyde or polyhydroxyketone is called monosaccharides. This is the simplest unit, primary unit of carbohydrate. Okay, so carbohydrate that cannot be hydrolyzed further, to give its simplest unit, polyhydroxyaldehyde or polyhydroxyketone is called monosaccharide. So can I write down over here? Monosaccharide is the simpler unit of carbohydrate. Yes, it is. Simplest unit of carbohydrate is monosaccharide. Okay, we can also use the term simple sugar for them, although they are not all are not sweet in taste. Okay, but still we use the term simple sugar for them, and these are the simplest form of sugar. Okay, and the most basic unit, or we can say simplest unit or monomer of all carbohydrates. They are usually, what are the physical properties? They are colorless, water soluble, and crystalline solid. And contrary to their name, means sugar, I have just told you that these are known as simple sugar. Only some monosaccharides are in sweet in taste, like glucose. Okay, most monosaccharide has the formula CH2O. Okay, what are the example? Glucose is there, fructose, ribose, galactose. These all are comes under monosaccharide category. Clear? Let's move to the next slide. So monosaccharides are the building block of disaccharide. These are the building block of oligosaccharides as well. Okay, so these are the building blocks of any carbohydrate molecule. So if we if there is a okay, there, this arrow must be present over here. If breakdown of any disaccharide occur, like sugar in this particular case, which we popularly known as table sugar, if we break down of this sugar occur, then we will get two monomer unit, one in as a glucose and another unit as a fructose. Okay, so monosaccharide glucose play a very important role in metabolism. We all know this, where the chemical energy is extracted through glycolysis through citric acid cycle and provide energy to the living organism. Second type of second category of this carbohydrate is right now we are discussing micromolecules, not macro one. Okay, so second type is oligosaccharide, where 2 to 10 monosaccharide units. Okay, so carbohydrate that yield 2 to 10 monosaccharide units on hydrolysis is called oligosaccharide. They are oligosaccharide. They are further we can divide, if two monosaccharide unit are there, we can say disaccharide, 3 trisaccharide, 4 tetrasaccharide, and so on, depending upon the number of monosaccharide unit. And they provide on hydrolysis. Say, for example, if we hydrolyze this sugar molecule, sucrose, sorry, I'm so sorry, sucrose molecule. So after hydrolysis, what will happen? We will get two monomer unit or two monomer unit of monosaccharide, one as a glucose, another one as a fructose. Right. Similarly, if we hydrolyze this maltose, then we will get two glucose unit also. So there is on hydrolysis the type of monosaccharide we will get it. It is not essential both the molecules are of same category. The type of molecule may be same or maybe in different category. Okay, and just we have to remember that in oligosaccharide 2 to 10 number of monosaccharide units are there. Clear? Okay. So on the basis of behavior towards hydrolysis, we can classify different type of polysaccharides into three different carbohydrate into three category. First is monosaccharide, which we consider as a basic unit, then oligosaccharide, then polysaccharide. We cannot hydrolyze monosaccharide further. This is the simplest unit. That's why we can use the term simplest unit for them. Okay, we cannot hydrolyze this monosaccharide unit. And this is the formula CH2O, right? And N is the number of this CH2O unit. It may be between 3 to 7. Okay, these are the example. Glucose is there, fructose, ribose, these galactose also comes under this particular category. Second is oligosaccharide, when 2 to 10 monosaccharide units we will get after on hydrolysis. What is the formula? C6H10ON O5 and N is 2 to 10. Example, sucrose is there, maltose is there, lactose is also one of the example. Okay, polysaccharide, when this, if hydrolysis occur in this particular polysaccharide, we will get n number of monosaccharide unit, and n means 100 to 3000 molecules. And what are the examples? Starch, chitin, cellulose, these are the complex carbohydrate. These are under complex carbohydrate or polysaccharide. Okay, so on the basis of their behavior on hydrolysis, we can classify carbohydrate into three categories. Basic unit monosaccharide, which cannot be hydrolyzed further, N is 3 to 7. There are certain examples, you have to remember this. Second one, oligosaccharide, in which we will get 2 to 10 monosaccharide unit, and polysaccharide on hydrolysis we will get 100 to 3000 units of monosaccharides. Clear? Now, lipids. Lipids are generally water insoluble. This is its basic behavior. These are generally water insoluble. They could be simply fatty acid, or a fatty acid has a carboxylic group attached to a R group. The R group could be methane, it could be ethane, it could be, high number of CH2 group up to 19 carbon. Okay, so they could be simple fatty acid, or they could be complex one. They may have methyl group, ethyl group, or higher number of CH2 group. There are certain examples like palmitic acid comes under this category. It is having 16 carbon, including carboxylic carbon. Arachidonic acid, 20 carbon, including carboxylic group. Some fatty acid could be saturated, means without double bond, or unsaturated, means with double bond. So these are, another simple lipid is glycerol, which is trihydroxypropane. Trihydroxypropane. This comes under simple lipid category. These are the structural conformation of some lipids. This is phospholipid, which is present on the cell membrane, plasma membrane of a cell. This is the structure of cholesterol. This is given in your NCERT book. That's why I have also share these structure with you over here. Many lipids have both glycerol and fatty acids. Here the fatty acids are found esterified with glycerol. They can be then monoglyceride, triglyceride, diglyceride, like this. Okay, if both glycerol and fatty acids are there. Okay, these are also called fat and oil on the basis of their melting point, as oil have low melting point, like gingerly oil, and hence remain oils as oil in winters, right? So some lipid have phosphorus and phosphorylated organic compound in them. Okay, these are phospholipid, and already I told you this phospholipid is a main content of cell membrane. Similarly, lecithin, it is one of the example of fat, and this is present in some neural tissue. Okay, now amino acids. Amino acids are complex organic compound containing an amino group and acidic group as substitution on the same carbon, means alpha carbon. Okay, so they contains this NH2 and carboxylic both. And all proteins are the polymer of this alpha amino acids. Based on the nature of R group, there are many type of amino acids, those which are present in protein. In protein, only 20 type, right? Depending upon their relative position of amino acid with respect to carboxylic group, the amino acid we can classify it as a alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and so on. Okay, say for example, this is okay. In only alpha amino acid are obtained on hydrolysis of protein. So in an aqueous solution, carboxylic group can lose a proton and amino group can accept it. Okay, after this transfer of proton, it will give rise to a dipolar ion which we known as deuterion. You can see over here, this one gaining an proton, right? This one is losing, and this is neutral and contain both positive and negative charge. In deuterion form, amino acids show amphoteric behavior, means they can react with both acid as well as base. Now, classification of amino acids. Acidic, we can classify amino acid into three different categories: acidic, basic, and neutral. Okay, depending upon the relative number of amino and carboxylic group in their molecule. Equal number of amino and carboxylic group, if number is in equal form, then it is under neutral category. If more amino groups are there, then we can use the term basic for the same. If more carboxylic group is there, then we can say acidic. Okay, now nucleotides. This is the monomer unit of nucleic acid, right? So nucleotide is the basic building block of nucleic acid. Nucleic acid may be RNA or DNA. So a nucleotide are organic molecule consisting of a sugar. Okay, this sugar may be ribose sugar in the case of RNA or deoxyribose sugar in the case of DNA, attached to a phosphate group and a nitrogen containing base. So three components are there. Nucleotide is equal to, we can say, sugar plus phosphate group plus base, right? This sugar may be ribose or deoxyribose, depends upon the type of nucleic acid. Okay, and this nitrogen base for DNA, these are adenine, cytosine, guanine, and thymine. In the case of RNA, this thymine is replaced by this uracil. Okay, DNA and RNA molecules are the polymer made up of long chain of nucleotides. These are the pictures of different bases. As you can see over here, this adenine and guanine. Both are under purine category and both are double ring structure. You can see over here, purine. These are known as purine. While pyrimidine, cytosine, thymine, and uracil, all these three single ring structure comes under pyrimidine category. Okay. So a unit formed by the attachment of the first position of sugar is known as nucleoside. Means this is a ribose sugar. Okay, ribose sugar, and this is base. It come and combined with the first carbon of this sugar. Okay, now I can use the term nucleoside for the same. Nucleoside. Okay, and if one phosphate group also come and attach over here on the fifth carbon, then base plus sugar, this is sugar, This is sugar plus phosphorus group. All these three combine together and form nucleotide. Just now I have told you nucleotide. Clear? So when nucleoside is linked with phosphoric acid at this 5 prime end, then we can use the term nucleotide for the same. And this time, how we can pronounce this? As adenylic acid, because phosphoric acid is there. Guanylylic acid, thymidyllic acid, uridylic acid, cytidyllic acid. Okay, and how we pronounce this nucleoside? As adenosine, guanosine, thymidine, cytosine, like this. Now, cellular location and function. Nucleotides are present in the nucleus of all living cells. These play a central role in metabolism, right? They provide energy in the form of ATP, in the form of GTP, cytidine triphosphate as CTP, UTP, like this. So they also provide energy. They participate in cell signaling as well as a cyclic AMP, cyclic GMP. They also incorporate as a cofactor in certain kind of enzymatic reaction like NADPH. Okay, NAD. So this is all about the today's topic of discussion. If you are having any doubt, any clarification, you can write down to me in comment box. We will discuss it later on. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Namaskar.